Good morning, everyone. This is Amanda from A Joyful Scrapper, and this is going to be my very first process video. I've been scrapbooking a long time, but I've never really thought about showing others how to scrapbook, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Excuse me. Today I'm going to start out with a project based off from a sketch. I've been saving sketches and possible scrap lifts on Pinterest for quite a long time. Today I came across this sketch. It seems pretty simple, but as soon as I saw it, I thought about a kit from the scrap room that I recently purchased, and I thought that it would be perfect for this sketch. So I've pulled a few pages from that kit and also a scrap that I had left over from one of my hip kits. This big circle piece, this big blue circle piece is from the Hip Kit Club. The rest is from the scrap room kit that I got, and it was a one-shot kit here, and it is called the You Are My Sunshine single shot kit. So from that kit, I pulled several pieces of paper. This is just some basil white cardstock that I'm going to use for my base. I'm also would like to use this yellow. This also looks like basil, but it does not have the strip on it, so I'm not quite sure. But this bright yellow piece. I'm also going to use these stripes from Bella Boulevard's You Are My Sunshine kit. I am going to be using also this green. This really spoke to me too, also from the You Are My Sunshine kit. And this one called Shine Bright, also from the kit. Let's see what these two were called. This one was called What a Day. I'm going to be using the green side. This one here is called Sunshine. And I'm actually going to be using both sides of this one, hopefully, if I can get it all to work properly. Let me go ahead and, well, before I do that, I'm also going to show you all the goodies that I have here sitting aside to possibly use. I went through my stash and I pulled anything and everything I thought might work, and I probably have way too much here for the simplicity of that sketch. However, we'll figure out what we want to use. I do know that I want to label it You Are My Sunshine, and I wanted to use this sunshine here from American Crafts Thickers. It's called Sunshine. And from one of my hip kits, it's actually one of the newer ones, Chasing Dreams. I want to spell out the You Are My with this. So I know for certain I want to use that. The rest of this is all just colorful things that I might be able to throw in there. So let me go and get things situated and I'll be back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've matted the page several times with all of the ones I told you I was going to use. On the bottom we have the yellow cardstock, and then we have the striped paper. Then we have the green, and then our white base to work with. So if we remember in the sketch, let me grab it here again. The sketch has kind of this circle element here, and then the two photos, and then almost like, I don't know, a stripey, it kind of looks like bricks to me, but striped brick pattern in the background, some journaling, and then kind of like a curved title up here. I'm going to do mostly that, but I've kind of taken the liberty to make a few little changes based off from the photos I have. So I decided to use these two photos of my daughter when she was about 3. She's now 14, so this is kind of a flashback for me doing these photos. But if you notice on her shirt, she has a lot of little flowers on her shirt. So I kind of wanted to carry that element throughout this picture. So I've gone ahead, and since we're going to use these photos, let me set these here. I've gone ahead and I cut down that blue circle page that I already had into a much smaller one to fit onto this page. And my idea here is to make this into one big flower as well. So, and I also kind of prettied these up with a scallop border that I have too. The little strips that are going to go in the background, and I used the back of that striped paper, which says sunshine all over it. And so I'm going to kind of block these out on the back. I'm going to put this on top, and then my idea is to create kind of a flower. I used one of my circle punches, my 1 3/8 circle punch, and punched out a bunch from that large striped paper. It was this paper here, in rainbows. And then I want to go around and put all of those circles around here and make a giant flower in the middle. So to start, the first thing I'm going to have to do is create the background with the stripes. So I did have these kind of laid out how I wanted them, and of course I have since messed them up so that they're not laying exactly where I want them to lay at this point anymore. Okay, sorry about the interruption. I had people knocking on the door. Since this is my first time, they don't know what I'm doing in here, so most of the time they leave me alone. Today, nope, they got to see what I'm doing. So while I took that little bit of a break, I laid these out into how I would like them, I think, for the background. And then this circle will lay straight on top of here. So let me go ahead and get these glued down. And once I get those glued down, we'll come back and we'll create the flower. All right, I've gotten everything stuck down. So now all I'm doing is just kind of roughing up the edges just a little bit. I don't generally care for flat edges, and so I'm always scuffing things up or dirtying things up. Generally, this is honestly a very clean page for me. Generally, I have some kind of mixed media going on, and who knows, maybe there will end up being some here. I don't have any planned at the moment, but you never know. I may at the end just think it looks too clean and have to mess it up a little bit more. So the circle part is going to go about here, and then we're going to take all of these circles I have punched out from the striped paper. And like I said, I'll distress these all up as well, just because, you know, I can't stand to leave it with just a straight edge. And then we will kind of tuck these guys in like this all around the bottom of the circle. And once they're all tucked in and ready to go, it will look like a flower. So let me go ahead and get these all roughed up, and then we'll be back and we will create the flower. All right, I'm back, and I went ahead and scuffed up all of the little circles that'll go on the back of this to create that flower element I was talking about. Excuse if you hear some music playing in the background. That would be my son, and he has decided it is time to practice his guitar. So we maybe we'll get some music in the background here. I haven't decided quite yet if I want to put these in like this, or if I want to just do the solid color. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to place them around here real quick and just kind of see what I like. I'm thinking maybe mostly the solid color, but again, I haven't quite decided how that'll look. And then some of them, like this one, you might get a peek of another color just because that one's got a little cut in it, where I accidentally cut it when I was trying to, you know, cut my paper down, and I accidentally cut it in the wrong spot, which happens quite often to me, honestly. So I'm thinking maybe I do like it just with mostly the solid colors poking up through, so that you can see these different elements here with these colors. And I'm going to go ahead and just finish this up, and I'm going to glue these down, and then we'll be back to see what else we're going to do with this. All right, so now we've got the flower complete. You can see I just have taped on those little circles that I cut out from the big striped paper, and we're going to go ahead and I'll attach them right here. I don't think I need to raise this up at all. It's dimensional enough for what I need. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put some tape on the back, and then we will get this stuck down, and then we will get our pictures on and all of that. Then we can start embellishing. I just kind of want to make sure that this is centered enough on the picture or on the page to do with it what I have planned. I think that looks pretty good. So now I can go ahead and grab my photos of my daughter, and I'm going to go ahead and get them situated and ready to go. I want to map them. Well, so here is the situation. I was working along quite well yesterday. I got my my photos matted. I got them placed on my page. I started placing my title, and then I realized that my camera had stopped taping. So all of that was missed. What ended up happening was I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to my pictures, as well as many other things in my life. And I had over 1,000 pictures and about 50 some videos, and my phone decided that is plenty, and it had had enough. So I had to spend most of yesterday trying to create storage on my phone. So here I am the next day, and this is what I have accomplished so far. I decided to add a secondary title down here because on the sketch there was this area where it said basically to write some journaling along this area, one straight long line. And I just decided to go with another line of the song, When Skies Are Gray. I know it doesn't come right after You Are My Sunshine, but I thought it would just go really nicely with this. It is a different alpha. It's another Hip Kit alpha, and it is from their Love Always kit that they put out. I don't remember what month this was from. I just know that it's from Hip Kit, and it's kind of got these variegated pinks. So I haven't quite decided yet if I want to carry that up here. And if I do decide to do that, I can just use some white gesso to kind of dull this down, but I may leave it just how it is. We'll see. But at this point, I am pretty much have the complete base of my page done. So I have my title, I have my pictures, all of the background is pretty much complete. So now I can just start to spend some time playing around with some of my embellishments that I have set aside here. As you remember, I had quite a lot sitting here, and I don't feel like it needs a super ton of embellishments put into it, but we'll see what we might be able to add to it. I just was shopping at our local scrapbook store the other day. Actually, it was Friday. Yeah, so Friday, after the school day ended, I celebrated the end of the school year and subsequently the end of teaching, as I am not going back next year, with a few little goodies from the scrapbook store. I've always had a thing with 49 in Market. It's so beautiful. Everything is so heavy, and like their paper is super thick, so I kind of adore it, you know. So I found some pages from them, but I also found these embellishment kits, and this one is from the Spectrum Sherbert collection, and it's the chipboard set. And I'm just going to look through and see if I can find anything that I want to use on this little thing here. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, put stuff here and there, see if there's something I like. I tend to like putting these shapes and things on there. I don't know. I like these frames especially. Not sure if I'm going to use any of them today, but I'm just kind of playing around with it. I have these different little banner pieces that I could possibly use. We have some more circly bits, so those could be used as well. I like this, The Good Life. That's kind of cute. So maybe that one. we have Joy. Joy's cute. I think that could work as well. But there's just a whole ton of stuff in here. Let me go ahead and I'm going to look through that, see if I can find a few things that maybe I want to use, and then we'll start putting some stuff together. All right, so I've gone ahead and pulled some things out of that kit, and I kind of have them scattered around. The first thing I want to do is on the sketch, it had like a little something right here, and I've had these sunflowers forever. And I really want to use them, especially on here, being with it, saying, "You are my sunshine." So I want to try and maybe stick a couple, like a little cluster of sunflowers here, but I want to do it in a way that it's not going to really impede like her on the photo. So I want to kind of give this a shot here. Just maybe put a few down in here, and I might raise that top sunflower up just a little bit so that or maybe I'll stick, let me see, so that one only has one. Wonder if this one with a few more leaves might be a little bit better, so we get some green in there with that. Maybe that. I don't know why, but I just wanted a cluster there of sunflowers instead of just one sunflower. Because first of all, sunflowers are my favorite flower, so I definitely like to see a lot of them when I can. I have a few of these chipboard pieces from the 49 in Market. I don't know where these sunflowers came from. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby or something like that. Like I said, it's been a long time since I got them, so I'm not quite sure exactly who the manufacturer is of those. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a few of these little sayings and things on the side here. I'm going to pop this part up with a little bit of foam because it's kind of hanging off the side there. And then I've got my scissors up here. Let me go ahead and trim that. And then we'll just kind of stick it down toward on the flower here so that it's not kind of flopping around. I know it'll get weighed down on my book anyway, but I prefer it to kind of just sit just a little bit if it can. I also had this one over here that said Sweet Times, and I might overlap the sunflower just a bit on that to get that Sweet Times in there. Or maybe just kind of stick it a bit underneath there. We'll see. We'll see how I can get it to fit there underneath the sunflowers. There we go. And the same with this one. I've got a little tiny piece of foam here that I'll just kind of stick underneath here so that it's not flapping away here on the side. There we go. In that same kit, we had these Chipboard Flare, and I kind of liked the idea of sticking them just kind of around the flower here, just tucked in just a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get them stuck down just a little bit. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm going to do a ton of embellishing here just because it's already so colorful with all of the printed paper and everything. So I don't think I need a ton, but you know, I have a thing with embellishments, so I tend to put quite a lot of stuff on all of my pages just because that's just who I am as a person. I enjoy all the pretty bits. I mean, don't we all? This is part of the reason we do this, is we love all the pretty bits so much that we just want to keep adding and adding and adding. I also had a couple of chipboard hearts that I figured I could add in there as well and have them just kind of come off here. I tried to put stuff like colors by like colors, but as you could see up there with this yellow one, I didn't like it down here. I wanted it up there more, so I decided to kind of stick it up there instead. And I also have, this is also from Kit Club, from their kit, This Beautiful Life. And it's just these heart epoxy stickers that I figured I could put a few more in, and it'll give us a little bit of shine, you know, going off from the blue colors that we have, but it will still give us that little shininess going on. So I'll kind of stick them together, maybe like colors again. I don't tend to care that much whether things go color with color. Like up here, I don't have really green, so I may just go with yellow up here and get a little bit of that going on here with yellow. And then maybe over here I'll do a little bit of pink. There is pink over here, so I may just do a couple of pink. Just feels like it needs something on this side. And then, do I want more over here? I kind of feel like I do. I feel like I want a little bit more over there, and maybe we can go with this orangey pink, maybe, because there's kind of an orange tone on this side anyway, over right there. So maybe this orangey color might be where it's at. Let's see. I think right about there. Okay. I think that might do it. Let me check through and see if I have any more that I want to add in, but I think that about does it for this layout. So I will, if I can figure out how, because remember this is my first time, I will attach some still shots there, but this is the completed layout. Thanks for sticking with me today, and for my first time, I hope that you enjoyed the layout, and I hope you'll come back and see some more. Bye for now.